This is Mekus with the Continence Club. I am back with an informational video. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. In today's presentation, I'm going to be discussing your self-worth and your self-image. Because one thing I've seen speaking to a few of you that reached out to me is that self-worth seems to be one of the biggest barriers whenever it comes to shifting your identity and embodying the person that you want to become. And with that being said, it's time to demonstrate. You cannot shift your identity unless you become worthy of doing so within. Think about it. How can you shift your identity without feeling worthy? It's just not going to be able to happen. And if you do shift your identity and you materialize whatever reality it is that you want in your heart, it's going to be very difficult to maintain that. The truth is that you do not feel deserving of your new identity and your desired situation. So that's why it never finds you. That's why you feel stuck in your current situation. You feel stagnant and you feel like you can't break any barriers. You feel like you're blocked. This may be because of past traumas and experiences you dealt with. You know, you could be a business owner, a working professional, or an influencer, or creative, whatever it is, and you feel like you're doing all the right business tactics. You feel like you're doing everything you're supposed to do, but you still feel like you're not making any progress, when the truth is, it's not anything outside of you that you need to deal with. It is your personal experiences. And again, this may be because of your past traumas and experiences, right? So it's an internal barrier you're pushing through at this point, not anything outside. It's almost as if you're doing everything right. But the beautiful thing is you have the privilege and the opportunity to turn this situation around and to realize that the stagnation that you feel, the barriers that you feel like you can't break through, those barriers are all internal barriers. You're so emotionally swayed by what others think right now as well, which is holding you back. Validation and approval must come from within and only within. It can't come from without. This is the complete opposite of what you're currently experiencing. This validation and approval that you seek from others means you lack it from yourself. The identity you desire from the world is what you must give yourself before the world gives it to you. And that's why I say you must chase goals, you must chase characters, instead of goals. Because when you chase character and embody the person that you're going to become, that's when you're going to achieve your goals, right? So like I said, you might be doing everything right in your business or whatever it is that you have going on, but this internal shift is the biggest problem that's holding you back, that you might not even really recognize or know how to deal with. So what am I trying to say? To leave your current situation behind. Do not tie your self-worth and self-image to success and failures. Do not tie it to the stagnation that you're feeling, the blockages that you're feeling. Do not tie it to these things. Just see it for what it is. And from here on out, see everything you experience as a win and as a lesson. When you become the source of your self-worth moving forward, how can anybody take that away from you? They can't, because it's something that's timeless. It's something that's priceless, right? It's something that's inside of you, something that lasts forever, the way that you see yourself. It's not confined by the constraints of time. So to sort of break down the gap, and as you shift and embody someone who is worthy, understand that if you don't see yourself as worthy, how can you shift? I really want to emphasize this. I want to emphasize that you fall to the level of your self-worth. You do not rise to the heights of your desires. It doesn't matter how high your desire is. If you don't have the self-worth, how do you expect to achieve it? If you don't have the self-worth, how do you expect to remove those blockages internally? It comes from your self-image. If you have low self-esteem, you cannot see yourself worthy of your new identity. It's just impossible. You won't be able to keep it long. Even if you have a burning desire or feel as if you deserve your new identity, you cannot reach above the level of your self-worth. So understand, the more self-worth you have, the higher the ceiling on what you can materialize, and the less you are confined to the old identity that you hate. It's a self-worth thing, right? It's an internal trait of yours that you need to push through. Detach your self-worth and self-image from the external, because the external is an illusion. Likes from social media, opinions from others, judgment from the new news outlets are all coming from outside of yourself. And remember, the outside isn't as real as you think. The realness comes from within inside of you. So it's all about how you label and perceive things, because the truth is always what you make it within. And I talk about this in my videos. It's all about your attention, your perception, how you see things, because this reality is an objective one and you make it subjective, meaning that whenever you put labels on things, the way you see things and perceive it make reality subjective. So the truth is what you think it is. The only truth is what you think is true, because over time it will become true when you know so. The sad truth is many people live their existence with their self-worth determined by other people, right? Your self-worth is tied to those numbers you're doing in your business that you feel stuck at. Your self-worth is tied to whatever it is that you're dealing with or the way that people see you. And the truth is, that's far from the truth. That's far from the truth. If others control your self-worth, right? If your business success or work success or whatever it is, it controls your self-worth, all those things are controlling your frequency. And if they control your frequency, as you know from my previous videos, they control your identity and reality, because what? Reality is materialized frequency. So all of these numbers and labels and perceptions from other people, all of those things don't matter, right? And once you push past this, that blockage that you feel inside, right? Those barriers that you feel like outside, you'll be able to push through those things and break those yokes. So I want you to never worry about the opinions of those family members, those colleagues, those work associates, those bullies, those revenue numbers that you're stuck at, that put you down. Use it as fuel to embody who it is that you need to become, because your self-worth and self-image determines what you deserve, what you know you deserve, not what you believe you deserve. Those two things are often mistaken. Let me say that again. Your self-worth and self-image determines what you know you deserve, not what you believe you deserve. It's all about the knowing. You see, because you may believe you deserve better, but yet your desired situation never comes and you cannot fully make that shift, is because you do not know. Instead, you believe. You know those people that walk around, those silent killers, right? Who have that calm knowing, and to you might seem like arrogance, right? There's no doubt. And you can even see it. Don't even have to say a word. You can see it in their body language, in their presence alone, because they know who they are. They know that what they want is theirs already. They've given it to themselves already. And that's why they're going to attract. And to you, it seems like luck. But to them, they know, whether it's conscious or unconscious. So remember, conviction is tied in the knowing, not believing. That's why, again, you look at these guys, you see and these girls, you see the conviction in their body language. You see the conviction in the way that they speak, in the way that they talk, in the way that they walk. Conviction is filled with emotion, which is the catalyst in reality materialization, because remember, emotion is the language of the subconscious mind. Until your self-worth and self-image match and are in alignment with your desired situation, you will vibrationally self-sabotage its materialization without even knowing. So that's what's going on right now in your current situation. You're self-sabotaging yourself because your self-worth and self-image isn't in alignment with who it is that you want to become. That's why you feel like it's hard to take action. That's why you feel like you have to go back to those vices that are holding you back, right? And many people deal with this for a lifetime, but that's what I'm saying. It's such an honor for you to understand this now. At least you realize what the problem is. A lot of people go through life and don't even understand what the root of the problem is. But now you're starting to see it. You can only have what you already have. So do you want love? Intensely and emotionally know love. Do you want more health? Intensely and emotionally know health. Do you just want more in general? Intensely and emotionally know more. Want more for yourself. Matter of fact, give yourself permission to see yourself in a better light. Give yourself permission to let go of those traumas in the past, right? Basically, all you need to do is internally cultivate an experience so emotionally intense that it becomes real to your mind, because your mind cannot tell the difference between imagination and real life. And once you do this, you're going to be able to make the shift. You're going to be able to have that new identity that you seek so bad, that you want so much. Remember, this world is yours. It's just a matter of how you see yourself, because how you see yourself is ultimately how the universe is going to see you. And with that being said, that's the presentation for today. This is the Mekus with the Continence Club. If you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, If you're a freelancer, a creative, anything along those lines, and you feel like you're stuck at a certain revenue ceiling, or if you feel like it's an internal thing that's keeping you from really succeeding in whatever line of work or business that you're doing, please feel free to reach out to me. My email's in the description. I know you're serious about the fact, because of the fact that you watched the video up to this point, which is why I want to make the call out at the end of this video. So reach out to me. I've spoken to a few of you already. And with that being said, I will see you on the other side. Keep going.